He said it must be able to hover, be stable, transition between hovering and forward flight, have a distributed power system during the jet transition that effectively powers all the propulsion systems. Dude, he's describing Airwolf.
Yeah.
Beyond the Osprey, DARPA wants a high-speed vertical takeoff X-plane. And that's a picture of a blended wing design with embedded engines and lift fans. Of course, there's an acronym. It's called the Speed and Runway Independent Technologies, SPRINT. They awarded a contract to Aurora and contracts to Bell Textron, Northrop Grumman, and a bunch of other people to start honing their ideas. Value for these 4 deals, which cover the initial phase, could be worth 15 to 20. Dude, if you're just getting 15 to 20 million to have ideas, I feel like you and I need to get in on this.
We could
We're
totally
idea men. Yeah.
Even if they just kicked us like 10 grand, I'd throw in some ideas.
Yeah. I mean,
why not? I'd be like, this is a terrible idea. Here's my bank account. Here's my routing number and bank account.
Yeah. If a good idea is 20 million, then a bad idea is like $1 million. Right. I mean, we can discount this and they can just give us a little bit off the top. Mover's racing career could be funded by all of his bad ideas.
Dude, it's from the same account for the billions of dollars for the microwave gun in the previous article. So it doesn't matter.
So by 2027, they want one of the companies to have finished designing and prototyping their aircraft. So out of the 4, only one. Dude, a 5th company could be us.
We could be one of the failures, but still take some of the money.
Exactly.
Retirement.
I'll take 15 million to fail.
To fail? Me too.
Yeah. I'm perfectly okay with this.
Yeah.
But I digress. We're actually going to talk about. So they want this thing to fly forward at 450 knots. So what's that? What would you say? That's like a, it's not really a fighter. It's like an A6 speed.
Like a citation.
Kind of, yeah.
Like an A10, right?
Like, well, no, A10's not doing that fast. But it's faster than the Osprey, which can do 270 knots, which is crazy. That's fast for an Osprey. What we, ellipses, want to be able to achieve is higher end speeds. We're going another 100 knots, which itself challenges physics. If you were just to use a propulsion system that's in the Osprey. He said it must be able to hover, be stable, transition between hovering and forward flight, have a distributed power system during the jet transition that effectively powers all the propulsion systems. Dude, he's describing Airwolf.
Yeah.
We just 100%. Saw 2 guys that could do this.
Airwolf could do more than 450 knots.
Yeah. I mean, Higgins says it's all over the place. I too could be all over the place for 15 to 20 million. In fact, right now I'm all over the place. So anyway, he wants it to be, they're doing a risk reduction testing and they're saying, hey, what about this blended wing X-48? That's not too far off from what they're talking about. It really does open up possibility of being used in all those mission sets. So I guess in the future war, they're saying they might need aircraft able to take off and land from streets, open fields, cratered flight lines, or other locations without traditional runways and then get away quickly. So it's basically for spec ops, special operations, mobility, logistics, operation, personnel recovery, medical transport, evacuation missions. So it's not, we're not talking fighters because we already did that with Fat Amy. We're talking something to replace the Osprey, but you know, be able to haul people, cargo, you know, maybe have some level of self-protection. But I don't know. What do you think, man?
I think it's, you know, the next gen Osprey is what they're talking about, right? Hopefully fixing the problems with the first design and then adding capability to it. I think the whole idea of the vertical takeoff and then going like an airplane, I mean, that's one of these days it'll figure out and it'll be awesome. But like right now, there's definitely a compromise, right? Because in airplane mode, they're slow, and in helicopter mode, they really can't lift much, right? So it's kind of a compromised design, at least with the Osprey. I was talking to a Chinook pilot the other day, and I asked him, I was like, "Hey man, how did the Chinook compare to the V-22?" And he said, "Well, the Osprey can't carry nearly as much as the Chinook, So if the mission is low threat, but you're trying to get like a tank in there or something, the Osprey's not going to do it. If you want lots of troops, right, and it's low threat, you're going to be using a lot of V-22s, vice a couple Chinooks. I mean, this second gen Osprey, if you will, is just kind of still on paper. So it'll be interesting to see, when an actual flying machine comes out. But I think one of these days, maybe in our lifetime, man, we'll see it. They'll have the the vertical takeoff, high speed. Technology will allow it to happen with the lift capability. At least that's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a precursor to something else. Like, hey, we want this spec ops thing that's stealthy, that can go in contested environments, get in, get out, drop 6 dudes or dudettes, whatever, off, and then get out unseen in the IADS, the integrated air defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start talking the blended wing and stuff like that. Now you're talking some kind of stealth capability. Now you're talking, some where speed matters, right? Because when you're talking cargo and all that stuff, you want to be the workhorse, like you were just talking about. You want more capability, but something lighter, faster that can get in and out. Maybe it's the X-wing, or not the X-wing. What's the Batwing? It's the Batwing. You want the Batwing. That thing can hover. Literally, there's one of our ideas, Gonky. We just copy and paste the Batwing from any of the Batman series, and we've already fixed this for them.
Yeah, I mean, I read this article, but I don't remember. Is it truly only capable of carrying 6 people?
No, I just made that up.
Okay, all right.
Nothing exists yet. We're on the Mover and Gonky Defense Contractors Limited drawing board. So it's as many people as we say. We can say it holds 20 people, whatever, how many you want, Gonky. But for our design proposal, I think we do like a SEAL team. We go stealthy.
I think, dude, I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about the whole, spec ops stuff, but I just have to imagine there are sneakier ways to get people in. I mean, have you seen True Lies, right? I mean, don't they get in a suit and tie and pretend they're one of the bad guys?
But they do hover at the end, and then he launches the guy off on the AIM-9. So once again, hovering is important.
Hovering is important. That's true. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I think building stealth into any future weapon, a tank, an airplane, a helicopter, is smart. But
just trying to get us paid, Gonky. The more stealth we put on something, the more likely it is to get billions of dollars.
That's true. You just be like, this is going to be stealthy, dude. So we need $1 billion for it.
Regardless of whether we can actually deliver, we'll figure it out in the end run.
Yeah.
Just trust us. Yeah. We've got a stealthy helicopter
design. It's in here.
Hella Batwing. It's a hella Batwing.